So before we get to the video today, I really would like to thank Richard and Jason on Bring and Battle Wargaming for their review or the unboxing of the things I built and sent to them. I'm really grateful and really moved by their enthusiasm. Yeah, I just wanted to say that I had filmed something else for this, but yeah, I'm going with this one. But yeah, well, we are keep on building these desert houses. So here we go. Welcome back to I'm Bad at Gaming. I'm Ola, and today we're gonna keep on building houses for Bring and Battle Wargaming. We've built one house already. I'll put a link down in the description, so if you haven't seen it, you can click on it. There will also be a series on these. And today I'm gonna even build something else, just to mix it up a bit. But here we go. So, as you already have seen, I made some templates and my buddy Andreas cut them out on the laser cutter for me. So this is a different set. So here I just cut out 2 pieces of each, and I didn't use the door on the second piece, so there would be only one door for this building. When I cut them out, then I draw some patterns on it. I was thinking about doing some exposed stonework, so I draw on the outlines, and then I scorch the outlines with a hobby knife. And then I went in with a pencil and blend it on an angle, so I pushed down on the inside of the where I made the marks, the outer marks. Then I drew in some stones, and also a stone arch for the door. And don't forget to make the inside pieces as well, or the side pieces as well. So when that is done, I went ahead and glued the pieces together, and I used hot glue since that's easier, quicker. When that is done, I just cut off some pieces so it gets flush. Then I tape the edges with the knife. And then I pinch or crimp the sides as well to make them a bit more modulated. Then I'll measure out the piece for the roof, and just measure them out on a piece of XPS foam. And as you can see, this one fits snug as well. Can't see here, but I measured the inside, so the roof gets leveled. And then on with the Modpodge mix. And when that has dried, I go over it with the spackle mix I did for the other building, but I try to avoid the stones. I'll go over the whole building, sides and roof as well. And then I use another brush with a bit of water just to get the spackle of where it got on the stones. When it's dried, base it with a sand color paint. It's an ordinary house paint. And here I use the homemade wash. I sprayed it all over, and then I'll use a paper towel to just blend it all in. Pour off the excess there. When that is done and dried, I go over with a small brush and then I fill in just the stones and cracks and stuff like that, and then I'll let it dry in this position so it really gets the paint to stick in the crevices. So while that is drying, I'm starting the next project here. So I cut these, it's about 2.5 centimeters wide. Then I'll measure out about 10 centimeters long. And then I use these little plastic pieces that you can have when you are tiling like a bathroom or something. Put these in between the tiles, but if you glue them on the edge like that, you get a great cross to hang up the barbed wire on later. And then I use this security wire and just roll it up on a dowel. Here you can see I primed the crosses and the bases with the lead belcher primer. So here I use PVA glue to the base and then put the sand all over it. And here you can see I primed the barbed wire with lead belcher as well, and then I spray homemade wash over that, and then I'll go over it with a brush as well. This is homemade black wash. Then I'll use Nuln oil on the crosses here, and I let them dry upside down so the Nuln oil doesn't run into the sand. When that has dried, I use watered down PVA and spread it out over the sand. And then I give it another coat of sand over that. That will stick quite good. So when I've done all of them, and here I'll put the barbed wire in place. And to fix them in place, I use super glue and just let them air dry to not get the staining of super glue that you get otherwise. So then back to the building again. So now I'll do a dry brush with the original color. This is mixed with a bit of white as well, so it gets extra light. I'll go over the whole building. And then I'll glue the log beams for the roof on. And just take off the excess PVA glue there. And here's another piece of cloth so I can make an entrance, and I'll use PVA on that as well so it will dry hard. And I just glue that in place with a lot of PVA. And I'll go in with my airbrush and use burnt umber just to darken and stain the cloth, and also the parts where the stones are protruding, and make some shadows all over the piece. And then I take one of the hatches that I made and I glue that in place with PVA glue, and then I'll just spray it down with the airbrush. So here is the finished barbed wire, and here is the finished result of the house. I hope you liked the video. If you do, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.